I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. And some places you've been before are so great that you don't ever mind going back. Some places you've been before you don't ever want to go back, like Montreal in the winter. Learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen, that stillness becomes a radiance. People need to start to think about the messages that they send in the movies. If you live a life of make-believe, your life isn't worth anything until you do something that does challenge your reality. And to me, sailing the open ocean is a real challenge, because it's life or death. I always tell my kids, if you lay down, people will step over you. But if you keep scrambling, if you keep going, someone will always give you a hand. Always. But you gotta keep dancing, you gotta keep your feet moving. The best way to guarantee a loss is to quit. I'm not intimidated by lead roles. I'm better in them. I don't feel pressure. I feel released at times like that. That's what I'm born to do. I knew at an early age I wanted to act. Acting was always easy for me. I don't believe in predestination, but I do believe that once you get wherever it is you are going, that is where you were going to be. I am going to stop calling you a white man, and I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. And when they fly away, the part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. As you grow in this business, you learn how to do more with less. Was I always going to be here? No, I was not. I was going to be homeless at one time, a taxi driver, truck driver, or any kind of job that would get me a crust of bread. You never know what's going to happen. I find it difficult to watch myself. I find it boring. Most of the time it's the role. Sometimes it's the story, and sometimes it's just the paycheck. It's the little movies that come out as stories, or the fact that I have work to go out. You know what I'm saying? You can only be out so long without work. You start getting antsy. Not only do I have to live right, I have to get some cash for my troubles. It's a scary thing, and people need to start to think about the messages that they send in the movies. We humans are more concerned with having than with being. And some places you've been before are so great that you don't ever mind going back. Some places you've been before you don't ever want to go back, like Montreal in the winter. I can say that life is good to me. Has been and is good. So I think my task is to be good to it. So how do you be good to life? You live it. I feel fine. I don't care who the director is. All you have to do is know what you're doing. All of us, everybody in the business, that's all you ask anyone. You know your job, I know mine, let's go do it. Life doesn't offer you promises whatsoever, so it's very easy to become whatever happened to. It's great to be wanted. I spent a few years not being wanted, and this is better. When I was a teenager, I began to settle into school because I discovered the extracurricular activities that interested me, music and theater. Is there a movie I think I should have won the Oscar for? Yeah, all of them.